Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about all the events which are currently in World of Tanks Blitz. The first one is the Alchemist Lab. This has actually pretty solid rewards. You can get a Keeler for free. You can also get the legendary camo if you play enough. We've got some elixir boosters, common cards, which I'll be talking about in just a moment. We've got crates which can contain vehicles like the Astron Rex and Scepter. We also have rewards which give us the Matilda BP, not that you care about that tank. There's a lot of rewards here. Some of them are good, some of them are rather mediocre. Usually what I like to do is I will exchange some of my boosters and be able to get some rewards. For example, I don't care about combat XP boosters, and I can exchange those for a pretty good reward. If you also don't care that much about premium, you can get a crap ton. So if I exchange 200 days of premium, I now have 15,000 of these agents. And now I can open a bunch of these crates. And these crates contain a lot of rewards. They can contain cards, they can contain elixir boosters, which give you plus 75 points at the start of an uprising or gravitizing battle. Make sure you read these things, because it doesn't say pub game. It says uprising or gravitizing, so you have to use them in special game modes. And yeah, I would definitely recommend to get at least a few of these crates if you want them. They're pretty easy to open up, and as you can see, they do give you certificates for tanks, which are pretty sweet. And look at that. I got 2,500 gold from that crate, which was worth it, but I will mention that 2,500 gold is a 0.22% drop chance, so I just got really lucky. And this is my main account as well. This is not a press account or anything like that. So, yeah, why not open... Oh, we got a Scepter, which is actually more gold if I'm not mistaken. Getting the Scepter gives you 10,000 gold? Holy, I just got 10,000 gold from that. So yeah, these crates are definitely worth it if you're going to open them, because you're just going to get a bunch of rewards. I could have gotten, you know, something like the E75 TS, or I can get gold boosters, I can get a Scepter for 10,000 gold. We're just going to... Oh my god, I got another Scepter? What's the drop chance? Again, 0.22. That is insane. The fact that I just got 20,000 gold. Well, I might as well keep going at this point. 20,000 gold. If I get another Scepter, I'm going to be absolutely wilding. And I'm going to be spending this gold on, you probably guessed it, more mystery crates so that I can maybe get my hands on the Lorraine. But point being, the crates themselves are a pretty good deal. I just went from a pretty low amount of gold to a pretty high amount. Look at that. I also got enough parts for a Poodle, a T-2065, and some other tanks. So in general, I would highly recommend to partake in this event. If you have a bunch of resources you don't need X amount of premium time, or for example, I have a bunch of crew XP boosters, or even gold boosters. Look how many gold boosters I have, 3,450 worth. So if you want to get rid of extra resources, this is a very easy way to. I would not recommend to use XP. You can see that I got a boatload of XP. And yes, I could get 35,000 reagents, which sounds really good. The problem is that the XP you can also use for the Blitz Fair. So at that point, it's really not worth it. We can see that you can get a decent amount of reagents through credits as well, if I wanted to get rid of 160 million credits. But again, I don't think this is necessarily worth it unless you have a billion plus credits. If it is, yeah, spend your credits on an event like this. You can also use gold, but I wouldn't recommend to do that. That would be an absolute waste. So the common card is something that I figured I'd talk about. This actually is an interesting reward. If you take a look in my certificates tab, we can see I have some rare cards here. And if I exchange these rare cards, and I exchange these common cards, and we exchange them all, now I have 3 epic cards. And 3 epic cards will give me 1 legendary card. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't know where the heck the legendary card went. There it is. So you can exchange this for 360,000 credits. Or keep it until this type of event takes place next time and open a special container. So I'm going to try and get a bunch of these legendary cards, and we're going to be able to open a special container. I'm not exactly sure what that obviously means, but you are going to be getting some sort of reward there, so I would definitely recommend to pick up some common cards. But the main reward that I would definitely recommend to go for are just the crates, because they give you the common cards as well. Plus, it gave me a crap ton of these boosters. I've got 12 of these, and judging that each one gives me an additional 75 points, or actually it's 50. Epic boosters give me 75, which I have 31 of. Wow, I got a boatload. So I get 75, so I basically have an additional, like, 1,500, 2,000 elixir points just alone in these games if I use them. Point being, you can get a lot out of these boosters. You can get a lot out of this event. And all you need to do is play battles. Getting masteries will also give you these boosters. So if we take a look at my account, and we see, like, for example, this game I played in the VK30, and I got a second class, I earned 20 of these reagents. And a game where I did a little bit better, 4,600 damage, I got 85. So if you ace the tank, you will get 85. If you get a second class, you get 20. So it really depends on how well you do. But it's not a very hard event to partake in. It's just rewards. I would highly recommend to consider spending some of your resources on it because, as you saw, I got very lucky, and some of you might get lucky as well. This next event we have is the British Containers Quest, and this will give you a bunch of different rewards as well. You have to play in British tanks. You have to win 79 games. And what do you get? Well, you get a Tier 8 Research Certificate, 25% discount on any tank. Make sure that you use it within 7 days, though. We also have a Premium Tank Container 1. This container has a 20% drop chance for a Premium Tank Container 2. And inside of this crate, you have a guaranteed premium. And this is a pretty solid crate as well. So I would highly recommend to get your hands on these tanks, or this crate. Now, it is only premium, so if you have a tank or you get a tank you already have, you're only going to get credits, but still pretty sweet. Then you get your hands on a British container, which contains any one of these tanks with a 10% drop chance. Then you get a Tier 10 Research Certificate. This is really nice, 25% discount on a tank. And then we have another Premium Tank Container and another British container. So pretty solid rewards there. The final event I should talk about is the Access Denied quest. Interestingly enough, they have the BZ72-1 or whatever. No, the 116F3. Sorry, brain died. 116F3 in the background here, which will be released part of the Black Friday event. We can see that you will get your hands on Fixor's Mask collectible item. And getting that collectible item requires 487 wins in 5 days of time. You can see I've had the event for about 3 days left now. So, what do you get? 100,000 XP. Yeah, you heard that right. In other words, a complete waste. I average over 2,000 XP a game, and I would easily earn 100,000 XP in that time. Now, sure, you might get an additional 100k XP for it, but it's not worth it. This event here, which gives you a bunch of crates, is flat better than the one that gives you 100k XP, so I can't really say there's much to do it. We also have the Rating Sprint event. This is something that Wargaming has put out a lot. Gives you some XP, it gives you some currency for the current battle pass ongoing, and as well you get some ratings containers, which contain either credits, a rating indicator, or a camo. Not the most exciting thing ever, but overall, pretty solid rewards, and there's a lot going on right now. I think all of the events going on are pretty good. The Keeler itself is a fantastic reward, so if you want a solid tank, I would highly recommend to get your hands on the Keeler. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!